At 23:50 local time on June 25th, Russian occupation authorities shut down the Kerch Strait crossing for an air alert. It would not reopen for over 6 hours. By the time it did, Ukrainian drones had hit 2 Russian naval support ships, a nearly finished ferry, and part of an S-400 air defense battery at the Zaliv Shipyard in occupied Kerch. This is what those targets actually were, and why this strike matters more than it looks. On the night of June 25th into 26th, operators from Ukraine's security service, a unit called Alpha, launched a coordinated drone raid on the Zaliv Shipyard in Kerch, on the Crimean side of the strait that connects the Black Sea to the Sea of Azov. The targets: 2 specialized ships, the Volga and the Vyatka, plus a cargo ferry called the Petropavlovsk, and components of an S-400 air defense system guarding the strait. On paper, that sounds like a routine wartime strike. Ships get hit in this war constantly. But when you actually dig into what these ships were built to do, this stops being routine. This becomes one of the stranger, more consequential stories of the entire campaign. The Volga and the Vyatka were Project 15,310 cable-laying ships built for Russia's Ministry of Defense. Their stated purpose: deploying Garmoniya, a hydroacoustic surveillance network designed to monitor underwater activity, functioning as a Russian equivalent to the American SOSUS system. Investigations by European outlets found that parts of this network were built using Western sonar and survey equipment, procured over roughly a decade through shell companies, including one registered in Cyprus, that obscured the Russian military end user. The same network is associated with the submarine Belgorod, a vessel confirmed to carry the Poseidon nuclear-powered torpedo. Now, the location itself deserves attention. Zaliv Shipyard isn't some improvised wartime facility. It was founded in 1938. During the Soviet era, this yard built Krivac-class frigates, real Cold War warships. It even laid the keel, back in 1982, for the Sevmorput, one of only 4 nuclear-powered cargo ships ever built on Earth. This is a shipyard with genuine pedigree. And today, under Russian control, it's not just repairing old ships. It's building some of Russia's newest ones, including a vessel called the Ivan Rogov, reported to be the largest warship under construction in the Black Sea region. Sanctions from the UK, the EU, the US, Canada, Australia, and Switzerland are all supposed to be strangling this facility. They clearly haven't stopped it, which is exactly why Ukraine keeps coming back. So how does Russia defend a shipyard this important? Back in April, Russian forces installed an AK-630 anti-aircraft gun near the shipyard's bay, a weapons system first designed in 1964. They'd already blocked the bay entrance with barges months earlier, specifically trying to stop maritime drones from getting in. A 60-year-old naval gun. Floating barges. That's the line of defense against modern exploding drones costing a fraction of what they're protecting. And it's part of a pattern. Elsewhere, in this same Ukrainian campaign, drones costing under $50,000, like the ones nicknamed bridge killers, are taking on targets that would otherwise require a $2 million cruise missile. That cost gap is why Ukraine can keep doing this, night after night, without running out of options. This strike didn't happen in isolation. It's part of a 40-day pressure campaign personally approved by President Zelensky on June 25th. One aimed squarely at isolating Crimea, fuel depots, radar stations, ferries, bridges. Now, a shipyard tied to Russia's underwater surveillance program. And notice who carried it out: the SBU's Alpha unit. Historically, this is a counter-terrorism and hostage rescue team. Today, it's running long-range drone strikes on naval infrastructure. That alone tells you how much this war has changed the shape of Ukraine's security services. Even the ferry that got hit, the Petropavlovsk, was 96% complete. Days, maybe weeks, from entering service. Gone. And the shipyard strike wasn't an isolated night. The day before, Ukraine's unmanned systems forces said they hit 38 separate targets across occupied Crimea. By that same morning, roughly 2,760 vehicles were backed up at the Kerch Strait crossing, most of them trying to leave the peninsula, some of them fuel tankers, part of a fuel shortage that's been building for weeks. Russia has also been cutting rail service to Crimea, trimming 11 routes down to 7, all of them now funneled through Kerch. Every one of those numbers points the same direction. Fewer ways in, fewer ways out. So this wasn't just another drone strike you'll forget by tomorrow. It was a strike on a shipyard with an 80-year history, tied to a submarine surveillance network built with stolen Western technology, defended by a gun older than the Vietnam War. And Ukraine's 40-day campaign against Crimea? By their own admission, it's just getting started. If you want to understand exactly how Ukraine is trying to cut Crimea off from the rest of Russia, subscribe so you don't miss it.